On this week's episode of What's Up Weekly, the First Thursdays Festival gives students a chance to appreciate the arts. We'll take you behind the scenes and show you what you can look forward to during next month's celebration.
And we survey students on campus to get their take on internship and job searches. What's Up Weekly starts now. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of What's Up Weekly. I'm Laura Puglisi.
And I'm Alex Edie.
Last Thursday, the IU Arts and Humanities Council held their monthly First Thursdays Festival in the Fine Arts Plaza. On the first Thursday of each month, the council invites students and community members to enjoy an evening of performances, hands-on creative activities, food, and fun. This month's festivities included everything from ceramics to contemporary dancers, a cappella singers, and much more. Organizers hope that the festival will continue to spark people's interests and passions.
Hopefully becomes a habit. That might mean that they end up going to the opera when they've never gone before. They might go to a theater production that they had never thought about going, or they might just find out about different courses that they wouldn't have known about before.
Each First Thursday is an opportunity to experience the work of artists and scholars from all around Bloomington. To find out when the next festival is, visit the Arts and Humanities website at artsandhumanities.indiana.edu.
A traditional Native American celebration took place on campus this weekend. What's Up Weekly reporter Andrew Lamparski visited IU's 7th annual powwow and has more on the event.
Every year, the First Nations Educational and Cultural Center brings Native American groups from across the country to IU's campus. Saturday's powwow allowed tribes to share their culture with each other and with the Bloomington community through food, music, and dance. One dancer, 24-year-old Chanku One-Star, says he's participated in hundreds of powwows around the country and still appreciates the diverse atmosphere of the events.
Everyone and anybody, whether non-Native American or not, can come together, celebrate, socialize, come and dance, come and sing, come and participate. Make new friends, reunite with old friends.
The First Nations Center used the powwow as an opportunity to showcase the diversity and unity within the Native American community. For one committee member who comes from a Native American family herself, the powwow was a celebration of her own heritage.
I grew up, speaking little bits of my language and growing up with those cultural values and a lot of those beliefs and stories. When I came to IU, it was the first time I'd really been able to have the opportunity to explore my culture and explore what that meant to me.
The event, which went from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday, included a raptor show, basket weaving workshop, and 2 dance exhibitions. Vendors also gathered to sell traditional Native American clothes, food, and jewelry.
Every year, IU's powwow gives non-natives the opportunity to experience the tastes, smells, sights, and sounds of Native American culture.
It educates, the non-Native American people about our way of life, our lifestyle, our history, our language, everything that makes up who we are. And for us as Native American people, it's really a blessing to just teach others about our ways.
For What's Up Weekly, I'm Andrew Lamparski.
While there won't be another powwow at IU until next spring, First Nations does offer educational events and workshops throughout the year. To learn more, you can visit firstnations.indiana.edu.
Skip the travel and the cost of popular outdoor music festivals like Coachella and Lollapalooza, and instead check out IU's very own Culture Shock Festival. The event is happening this Saturday in Dunn Meadow from 1 to 2 p.m. and is organized by WIUX Student Radio Show. Enjoy both local and touring bands like Nice Try and Joy Again, or check out the various Bloomington artists, businesses, and food trucks that will be lining 7th Street.
This time of year is stressful for a lot of students. Many are scrambling to find jobs and internships for the summer. So we sent out a reporter to see how Hoosier Job Hunt is coming along.
What's up, guys? I'm Larmy Standing with What's Up Weekly. We're here today at the sample gates to see if IU students are ready for the summer with jobs and internships. Let's see what they have to say.
I'm in the process. Actually, I'm about to go to a meeting. We're working on getting a summer internship to finish up my credits so I can get a job after that.
But I haven't really started looking yet. I know it's kind of late.
I did get an internship this summer.
I do. I'm working in sales at DocuSign. It's a
tech company in San Francisco.
Yes, I just heard back from a couple TV stations for a broadcast internship.
So, has the process been stressful for IU students?
No, it wasn't stressful.
Like the anticipation of hearing back from them, and also phone interviews are scarier than in-person interviews, I think.
How do some students find internships and jobs?
Go on the internet, friends, family, search around. If I'm out and about in the community or anything like that, I might find a brochure or something and pick it up, read it.
It's like online research and my broadcast teacher.
Girlfriend sometimes.
Through the Summer London program at IU, and I just got in contact with them this spring, and they offered me a job.
I would say just don't turn anything down. You don't know how useful or how beneficial something can be until you actually experience it.
From the Sample Gates with What's Up Weekly, I'm Larmy Sanian.
IU can help students who are stressed about finding a job or an internship. The university employs students through different programs every summer, and plus your career advisor can help you find other opportunities that may be right for you.
Yeah, it is definitely that time of the year.
Oh, I know.
How is your job search going, Alex?
It's going good. It's going good. I feel great. You know, I'm inspired, but I don't have a job yet. So if you're
Hire
out there,
us.
hire me. You know, full-time positions.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all we
Okay,
want.
shameless plug. Yeah.
Well, let's move right along and kick off this week's trending topics. So it is all over the news. It involves 87 million people. And if you have a Facebook, you could be one of those affected. Any guesses?
Yeah, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg is undergoing a public 2-day congressional inquisition. This comes after news broke that Cambridge Analytica, a data mining firm, gathered personal information from the social media giant to try to influence the 2016 presidential election.
That's right. So this is basically upset everyone and anyone with a Facebook account. Zuckerberg has apologized to the public, taking full responsibility for the incident. He said, "It was my mistake and I am sorry. I started Facebook, I run it, and I am responsible for what happens here."
Yeah, he's expected to be questioned about the Cambridge Analytica incident and about Russia's use of social media during the elections. Facebook users, we want to know what you guys think, so make sure to tweet us at IUSTV with your thoughts on Facebook's privacy.
Yeah, so moving right along, a famous Hollywood star paid a visit to the IU auditorium this past Saturday.
Yes, actor and advocate Terry Crews gave a talk to students speaking on the challenges he's faced over his career and the importance of combating toxic masculinity.
Crews, known best for his roles in Brooklyn Nine-Nine and White Chicks, made it clear that he was not a comedian, but instead opened up to the audience about his troubled childhood, gender roles, and his involvement in the Me Too movement.
Yes, Crews also answered some more lighthearted questions from the audience members toward the end of the show and left on a very positive note, encouraging everyone to be true to themselves.
That's great. I wasn't able to go, but you were, right, Alex?
Yeah, so I did get to make it to the show. It was a free show, and I love Terry Crews, so I had to stop by, but it was really awesome. It was super inspiring. He had so many good takeaways, and it was just great to hear him open up about his life and his career just to a room full of strangers, so
yeah,
I commend him.
I think that's cool, too, you know, when somebody in such a big spotlight does that with college students. It's really inspiring and powerful, I think.
For sure.
And in other celebrity news, actually, one female rapper has dominated social media this past weekend with a surprise pregnancy announcement.
Yes, that's right. Rapper and reality star Cardi B guest starred on this weekend's episode of Saturday Night Live. And while performing her single from her newly released album, the rapper saw this as the perfect opportunity to go public with her pregnancy and show off her baby bump.
Yeah, I've seen this all over social media.
Yes.
Apparently, she had been hiding her pregnancy from the media for months now and finally revealed the bump while performing her new single, Be Careful, on the show.
Yeah.
Ironic.
Yeah, it was a pretty intense moment. And of course, social media was nothing short of bananas after that episode aired. My timeline was filled with posts, you know, congratulation posts for her successful album, and then also just her new bun in the oven.
Yeah,
so.
she seemed really happy too, so congrats to her.
Yeah.
In follow-up interviews after the show, Cardi B expressed how relieved she is to finally flaunt her pregnancy. It's got to be hard to hide.
Oh, I can imagine, yeah.
She has also said she wants to break barriers for women in the industry and show that women can start a family and maintain a career all at the same time.
Yeah. Props to you, Cardi, and congratulations.
Yeah. So coming up after the break, we talk with an IU student with a new idea for local ride sharing.
Stay with us.
It's an honor to be here.
After suffering a season-ending injury in late March,
as you can see behind me.
Welcome back. Ride-sharing services are becoming increasingly popular, especially in a busy college town like Bloomington.
Yeah, that's right. It's fast, it's easy, and it's convenient, but it's not always cheap. But one group of IU students has come up with an affordable alternative to ride-sharing services. Today in studio, we have Asher Hall, co-founder of B-Town Rides.
Yeah, thank you for stopping in,
Thank you guys for
Asher.
having me.
I guess first of all, tell us a little bit about how this idea got started.
Yeah, so really, so it comes down to I have two other partners, and so I just randomly called my buddy in California. He works for, he's a programmer. He works for a big company in like the San Francisco area, and I just called him about like, hey, like I'm really trying to start a company, yada yada yada. And then next thing we know, he's like, all right, meet up with this guy named Mike, his buddy, that's a senior here, and so we met one night and we kind of just flirted around. I had an idea for like free delivery, and they had an idea for like something to do with like the ride sharing. And then we just came up with the idea of having $5 rides in the Bloomington campus. They're like, let's just do it. And then so we met on Tuesday, and then Tuesday through Thursday, we were just like, I was sending out messages to the group messages and emails and just getting people to know about us. And we have a texting service running Thursday from 9 to 3. And then that was successful. We had probably like 20 people use it in the night. I mean, not great, but for the first time, after like 4 days.
Picked up fast.
Yeah, picked up fast. And then after that, we had an app going by next Tuesday.
Wow.
And then we've been off and running ever since.
That's amazing, yeah. So I've heard a lot of just talk about this. It's picking up steam really fast. What kind of makes this service different from the other competitors that are out there?
Yeah, so honestly, it's just the fact that we give 100% of our fare right to the drivers. And even in the college market, we're doing this even more by making it so students drive students. And a lot of students really love that, by they're able to sit in the front seat when they're driving with people, and they don't feel that awkward thing when, like, because with Uber, Lyft, all those ride-sharing companies, there's always a possibility of like a 40-year-old creep driving you, and it's really been a big hit that it's students driving students, and it's a flat fare of $5 for the most part outside of long distance.
So you were saying earlier that when comparing this to like something like Uber, how much? What's the difference? So Uber. The drivers are getting what percent versus you are giving 100%?
Yeah, so pretty much, So Uber, Lyft, the competitors, they pretty much take at least 30% of the transaction fare from the drivers. And we're not even going to touch that. We're going to give that 100% to the drivers, and we're just like a platform enabling drivers driving people. And we are going to excel by that by just getting the customer base up, and then from there being able to get third-party advertisement on our app, vending machines, having little cargos in the middle area, and then pit stops and take a percentage of that. But there's just really endless possibilities once we get the customer base up, so we don't feel like there's a need to take from the drivers.
It's interesting for me because, you know, I think that I was thinking when you say, you know, the drivers are making 100%, how would you make money? But there are ways, like you were saying, and I also think it's really cool, the idea of having that little thing in the middle of, you know, with things that you can buy and sell to the students. And I feel like when I'm in an Uber, usually I want those kind of things.
So tell us how it works. Just there's an app that goes along with it. How does this work, and how people can kind of get started with it?
Yeah, so like really, there's just an app called B-Town Rides in the App Store. Pretty much that's it. You log in through your Facebook. You have to have an IU email right now until we expand over the summer and make it a bigger scope. But yeah, right now it's pretty much just have the IU email. You sign up and you enter an address in a pickup spot and it requests, and a driver will pick you up.
That's perfect.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So last question for you. I know you said you have a lot of plans for the future with this. You're only a junior, which is incredible that you've gotten to this point already.
Oh, yeah.
What are your plans for the future? I mean, especially you being a student now, do you have big plans?
Yeah, honestly, like people say I'm crazy, but I do have big plans. Like honestly, like this summer, like I'm going into the summer thinking this will be a huge competitor, and like we're planning either going to LA, New York, Boston, one of those big cities.
Yeah. Wow.
And the fact that we think we'll be able to open up the discussion of drivers keeping 100% fair. So we go to a big city and we do that, and I think we can compete with them. And worst comes to worst, Uber recognized us and they have to switch up their platform and make it so drivers keep 100% fair. But yeah, honestly, like I don't know where the future holds, but I think this company has a lot of upside to it. And I'm kind of just planning by year, but I'm planning for a big future in this company.
That's awesome.
And lastly, really quickly before we go, I think that, do you think, in your opinion, like when you're looking at things like Uber and Lyft, do you think there's a reason that they are, not giving 100% of their money? Like, what is your idea for giving the 100% versus why don't they? Do you think they just do it to not?
Yeah, well, if you think about like
To make more
ride sharing,
money?
I think that, and the fact that it's such a new market, like Uber started in 2008, or 2009, around there. They weren't actually the first company to start, but like they're the first to get big. And it's just such a new market. I think that was just the business model they went after.
Yeah.
And our business model, if you look at it, kind of looks like Facebook, and the fact of it's just a platform to connect. And we're just a platform for people to connect and drive each other around.
Yeah.
And so like we just think, like if you look at Uber, Facebook, Amazon, those companies that make money for like the first 5 years, especially Facebook. It's just about getting a customer base.
Yeah.
And I think like once, like our big goal is just like we believe we don't need to touch a driver's money, because if we get the customer base, like different avenues of making money will come into play.
Yeah, there's potential there. That's awesome. So I guess where can people find you? What's your social media handle, and how can people kind of contact you?
Yeah, well, I guess you can contact me through Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, just Asher Hall.
And the app, obviously.
Oh, yeah, and the app, the B-Town Rides.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's around the app. We have contacts on there.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're building a website for the summer, but right now we just want to
get it
just get
started.
it out. Yeah, get started. But
That's awesome. Sweet.
Yeah, thank you so much, Asher.
No, thank you guys.
Well, that's what's up this week. Make sure you tune in next time for all your local and entertainment news.
And don't forget to follow us on social media. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at IUSTV News, and follow us on Twitter at IUSTV. For What's Up Weekly, I'm Laura Puglisi.
And I'm Alex Seedy. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.